Hey guys, welcome back to Black Sheep Meadow. I'm Brent.
And I'm Amber.
And this week we're going to discuss a little topic we started in another video earlier this summer on our container garden. Now, if y'all don't know, for the year 2023, me and Amber are attempting to grow 80% of our own food. Yes. Our beef, pork, chicken, all of our garden vegetables, etc. and so on. We realize there's some things that we're just not going to be able to grow in Central Texas, so nonetheless, we're still trying for it anyways. When it comes to the garden, obviously, understand that we're going to have an extreme success rate. For two people, we're projected, we need to come up with 4,000 pounds of food for 365 days. So the beef, pork, and chicken, I think we pretty much got under control. Our chicken's coming from our own homestead. Our pork and beef is coming from either Amber's parents or another local homestead. Yep. But when it comes to the garden, we're going to have an extremely high success rate. So we started a little experiment.
Earlier this summer, yep, there's a video on the container gardening, yes, where we kind of mentioned this, but we did a sample of 5 different topsoils or garden mixes from the local garden centers.
Yeah. And all can be purchased pretty much across the country at any box store.
Pretty standard stuff, kind of your national brands. Like we got, what are the 5 brands?
So there's actually going to be a couple different varieties of Kellogg, a Miracle Grow, a Bonnie Plant, and I think a Vigoro is there's another one in there.
Vigoro. We're going to show you.
But nonetheless, all of these containers are all the same size container.
Yes.
They've all had the same amount of light exposure. They were all planted at the same time. They were all the same variety of seed. They've all had the same amount of moisture, same temperature, same conditions, same environment across the board, equal to every single one of them. The only thing different is the type of garden soil that is in the container.
Right. So we did the traditional, like we do with all of our raised beds or all of our container gardens. So it's layered. It's that layer where it's got the sticks and the mulch, then it's the compost, and then it's the soil. Yep. And the difference, we were planning on showing this once we actually produced fruit, but the difference currently is so striking that we wanted to go ahead and show you guys now how well this looks, and then we'll just carry you guys along as we harvest.
Let's get them in the show.
But let's get you closer in there. Hold on one second. Okay, so this container right here is the only one of the 5 different ones that actually has a perlite mixed into it. So if you go back to my seed starting video, I kind of go over the different items like perlite and vermiculite. But this one,
moisture retainers.
Moisture retainers. This one is the only one that had that actually mixed into it, and we'll get into that. But we're going to get you closer in here so you can see.
Show them each plant.
I'm going to show you each one. So let's see.
These are all Copenhagen market cabbage, and you can see this plant's doing very poor. It's had the same amount of sunlight, same amount of moisture, the same temperatures as the rest. I would rank this 1 being the best, 5 being the worst. This is definitely container number 5.
Container number 5. Then this would probably be container number 4, and it's the one with the perlite that was mixed into it. And then it's kind of a toss-up between this one, I would say, is 3. And then if we come over here, we've got container number 4, and that looks real. I'm sorry, container 2. This
would be second best. Yeah.
Second best. And then this is container number 1. And that is a striking difference between container number 1 and container number 5. Yeah. And I will list below, I will put exactly like what the current price is for the actual brand. We kept the bags underneath the containers so that we would know which one was which without fail. But just look at that. That is crazy.
Look at container number 5 is actually a Kellogg all-natural garden soil. It says it's an organic mixture. It actually says it's for flowers and vegetables.
Yep, so that was container number 5.
Not saying that the Kellogg is probably a bad soil or nothing like that. We're just saying it did not produce the vegetables for our conditions.
Or currently hasn't. It might surprise us, but right now it is definitely not.
That's correct. Next year, some of the organic matter in this soil could even further break down and really surprise us. Just it didn't do it this year.
So that's 5. And then we'll go 4 is over here. It's on the back.
So this is also a Kellogg. It's a all-natural raised bed potting mix. If you want to get from the front, you can see that.
Give me 1 second, guys.
Yeah, so the container number 4, the fourth as far as the best. 1 being the best, 5th being the worst. Container number 4 is also a Kellogg. It's a raised bed potting mix. I want to take note that this is also the container, the mixture that had the perlite mixed in with the garden soil for moisture retention.
And if you see, they called this one Organic Plus.
Versus
Plus Organic, which the other one was just organic.
Yeah.
So we're guessing the plus was that they've had, you know, they added the perlite to it.
Yeah.
But it was definitely
did not produce as well.
Or has not. So that's 4.
4. Let's go
to 3.
Container number 3.
It's on this side.
All right. So we have a Vigoro. This was once again purchased at a local box store. It says for in-ground fruits, flowers, vegetables, helps retain moisture. This one didn't actually say it was specific for raised bed gardening, but that's fine. It's a vegetable flowering soil.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put this one at number 3 on our list. It's right there in the middle. It wasn't the worst. It wasn't the best.
You can kind of see right there. We've got on the far right, you've got number 5. On the far left, you've got number 4, and then number 3 with the Vigoro is right there in the middle. And it's not bad. That is not terrible. I would not be upset with that right there.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
We can sustain off of this.
Right. So let's move over.
Let's see what it does. I'll keep these bags underneath these tubs, and we're gonna see what they do next year as well, to see how they, if they retain from year to year, they improve or they get worse. So let's go check out number 4. All right, so we have container number 4, and let's see what we have. This is the Bonnie Harvest. It's a select raised bed soil. Got a whole bunch of words that I don't even understand on it. But nonetheless, this once again was also purchased at a local box store.
I was gonna say, that one doesn't say whether or not it is. Does it say if it's an organic or not?
It does not specifically say.
So it's probably not.
Yeah, it's probably going to have a synthetic fertilizer in it.
Right.
But nonetheless, this is their Harvest Select for fruits and vegetables. And once again, it is
specific for raised beds.
It did the second best in our 5 container assessment.
Let's pull out number 1 there.
All right.
I was really hoping that this would not be the best, just because it's such a name brand. I was rooting for the Lunger guy and the cost in it.
Yeah. Miracle Grow garden soil for vegetables and herbs definitely takes first place. And I want to say, believe it or not, I don't even think this was the most expensive. Now, you got to look at the bags whenever you get them. Some of them are going to be 1.5 cubic feet versus like this Bonnie, I think, was a 2 cubic feet, or not 2 months of feed.
That Vigoro was only 1.
1, yeah.
So I'll put all of the details down in the description below. But we just think that this is just really interesting that
price really wasn't a factor for us. Like I said, we're trying to grow the most food that we possibly can for 2023. So really we're looking for the highest success rate. So I mean, yes, a dollar amount is a factor if we're spending hundreds and thousands of dollars, but that just wasn't the case. I mean, we're in these 5 bags for probably around less than 40 bucks total. So obviously our garden has expanded dramatically, and we're producing a lot of our own compost and our own raised bed soil. So that'll give us an experiment to test for in this coming year, 2023.
Right, like, so we might invest a little bit more in some of our buckets or some of our, hold on one second, let me move y'all. Okay, so we might actually go and invest in some more of this Miracle Grow to add in, and it might be something that we add a few more buckets every year, unless we see that our compost is just way superior. So hopefully we'll get our compost where it is.
To be determined.
To be determined. So this is just something that...
I send off on, I do several soil tests every year, probably about 5 to 6 soil tests every single year. And actually my straight compost, not just the soil, but my straight compost is one of the things that I test. And we're working to get it right where it should be. So Central Texas didn't start off with the best soil.
No, our soil is definitely not the best. But yeah, so I'm going to show you a little bit more, and look down in the comments. Let us know if you have any questions. Remember to do all the things: like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell.
Subscribe, ring the bell.
Ring the bell, all the things. And we will see you on the next one.